everybody, and welcome to another Tip Tuesday with Christine and
hi guys,
Kelly. So today we're going to talk to you about the mercury acetate, or it's galvanized paper. There's gold and there's purple and there's pretty pink. So we wanted to talk about that. There's this plastic sheet on the back that to most people, it's naked. To your naked eye, you probably wouldn't even know it's there until you actually start to die cut with it or try to work with it, and then it might peel off and you'll be like, well, what's this all about? So that's what our Tip Tuesday is. We hope you enjoy this. So we want to show you a little bit about how it works, and what it's all about. So in the mini catalog, there's a couple different types of acetate. There is one that's called Golden Gate, and it has this goldness to it. So let's get a piece of white paper or an envelope that works, so you can see. So there's different patterns on it, and on the one side it's gold, and on the other side it's actually silver. So for those people who are silver or gold lovers, you get the best of both worlds. Okay, but then there's also another one, part of the hydrangea suite, that is Highland Heather mixed with silver on one side, and then there's Rococo Rose. So here's how pretty they are. You can see they're so shiny and shimmery and ooh and ah. And on the back side, they're silver. So honestly, whatever trips your trigger. If you are feeling the mood for silver, you don't have to use the pretty purple. I might cry a little bit because I love purple and I hate covering up purple, but so those are what we have for acetate. There's also in the annual catalog, there's just a clear acetate window sheet, which you use for making shaker cards. But what you might not know on these is that there is a protective covering on the back side. And you might not know it because if you try to pick at it with your fingers like this, you can't get it. But oh man, there it just started, but you don't know that. And all of a sudden, you see that? There's this plastic. Well, what you can also do is use some Scotch tape. And you just grab a piece of Scotch tape and you can put that on the corner like that. Make sure it's nice and secure. And then what happens is you start to peel it back. Oh man, look how easy that was. Okay, so that helps to take off this protective layering. So why is that on there? So it's helping to prevent any sort of scratches that might happen from the sheets being together in the packaging. One of the things that you want to take it off before you use it on your project, because it creates this like little haziness and you don't even necessarily know it. So honestly, you could be using this and not even knowing it's there, but now you know it's there. The one time you really will know it's there is when you try to die cut with it. So I took a stitched rectangle die and I ran it through the embossing machine. And so there's for those of you who do in-person classes with me, you know that my Big Shots are loved. They're not Big Shots now. They're Stampin' Cut and Emboss, aka the Boss machines. And they are loved. The plates are really loved. So they can leave little dings or nicks. And so what happened is I die cut this and I pulled it out. And so acetate sheets are generally hard to die cut through. So you might have to make 2 passes. Let's see here. I thought I had it started, but what's happening is when I go to pull this out of there, the plastic, like it did not want to cut through. I'm having a hard time here. I only ran it through one time. So let's just see if I use my scissors here to cut that edge off. So that will help. So when you die cut that, so that's when you really realize like, oh, well, there's this plastic film on there. Okay. So I only went 1 pass. I really should have gone 2 passes, but I thought it has cut in some areas. So I'll go and take this and run it through one more time. But this is how you're really going to know that there's this plastic film on it, because this die is not going to cut through that plastic so well. And then and then you just peel it off. So the thing with the plastic is I would definitely not take your whole sheet and take the plastic off. So like you guys, this is a whole sheet. You get a 12 by 12 of the rows in 2 of them. And so this is the whole sheet. Wowzers. Oh my goodness. And the purple is Highland Heather. And I don't think I have any full ones left. I've cut a lot of mine. So you get this whole sheet. I would definitely not recommend taking the whole thing off unless you're going to use this whole sheet, like let's say you're making swap cards and you need 16 squares. And so you're like, oh, I'm going to just cut them all up. Well, it is going to be easier if you just peel off that plastic and then cut them and just use them right away. But if you're only going to use a section of this sheet, I would only take the plastic backing off the section that you're going to be using, just to help it, because like you can see how I have all my stuff kind of like laid in here. It just, you don't want it to be scratching with each other. So that's super cool. So that's our tip for you today. We just wanted you to know that there is this plastic backing on the back of the acetate that should be peeled off. And then also how to cut it and how to use it. So you just also, with this acetate, you can definitely run it through with your dies. I've seen some beautiful cards using like framelits to cut out and use them as a backer or to add texture to the back of the card. So fun, so fun. So, all right. So that was another fabulous Tip Tuesday live in the Hive. We are officially moving our Tip Tuesdays and Technique Thursdays into the Hive so that we have a little bit of cohesiveness between my lives that I do on Thursday nights and what else we bring to you during the week. So you guys have a fabulous rest of your week. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you guys. See you later. Bye.